Hi guys, I'm live. I just want to talk about the state of my channel. I know I haven't made that a thing, but maybe it could be, where I just talk about updates about the channel itself rather than something I have to add to the actual material of the channel. We'll see. I'd like to talk about it. First of all, I got a call, so everybody knows my number, I guess, so that doesn't mean much, from somebody from Illinois. Chicago, Illinois, or Illinois, Illinois. Um, Named Frank Mulligan, and he was from Mulligan and Mulligan. Supposedly, was going to promote my channel and really make me go through the roof, but he doesn't show up on a Google search, either Mulligan and Mulligan or Frank Mulligan. And his advice to me was not. Some of it was good in it, but some of it I thought was sketchy. The first thing he said was, do your stuff without a shirt. Well, that does make some sense because I'm a shirtless guy, so why not do videos without my shirt more than I've been doing? I've been when I walk around town, I have a shirt on, but I open it up, and I've been doing that a lot of the times in my videos. But why not go shirtless sometimes? I'm at home. I'm a shirtless guy. I don't really have to throw on a shirt, especially if it's the middle of the summer, for God's sake. Or is it for God's sakes? I'm not sure. Um, so I did try that tonight, and that's cool. I like that. I like the vibe of having no shirt. It makes me free. It makes me freer, and makes me feel. Sometimes it makes me feel more inspired and musical than if I've got a shirt on. So there's that. But then he said that I should be a busker. I should get an amp that has a battery and like play as a street musician. But first of all, I have to buy the amp, and second of all, I don't drive, so I have to basically get a ride to go to the venue, and then that's going to involve asking somebody for that and paying them for that probably, and then I may pay more for the ride than I get on the money to even if I put a can out to have people give me money. So I'm not sure that works. And then he also said do some more, like don't just get stuck in the 80s, 70s, and 60s. Do the new stuff. Do the 90s. Do the thing, do the new stuff. Good Charlotte or Eve 6 or Hootie and Blow, whatever's out there. And I thought about it, and maybe that even might be what may be more popular than what I do. But I thought about it, and first of all, he contradicted himself, because the first thing he said to me when he first talked to me was, I envision you bringing back the vibe of the 80s, 70s, and even the 60s. Okay, I recorded that in my brain. I remember. But now he's saying, but somehow that changes to now I've got to play modern music and more newer stuff and don't be stuck in the 80s, 70s, and 60s. So, first of all, there's a contradiction there. Secondly, I don't have to do, but I for myself, I have to do um, what I'm passionate about, and I play the music I'm passionate about. If that's the 80s, 70s, and 60s, I'm hypothetically sorry, but at the same time, that is what I'm passionate about. And if I change the music just out of the blue, or that's going to alter me and the passion of it. And even if the music itself might be a better choice for somebody, or even for me, maybe even, but I've got to feel the passion. I've got to feel it, or I'm not going to do it justice. First of all, and secondly, I've sold out. Second of all, I'm not going to really feel it. I'm not going to want to keep doing it. I'm going to give up, or maybe just quit, do something else. I don't know. I do what I'm passionate about, and if that's the 70s, 80s, and 60s, I'm sorry, but that's just what I'm passionate about. And on top of that, I think it's the best music of modern times. Someone else may disagree, but then let them do that on their channel. If they're passionate about that, that's fine. I'm not telling anybody else what to do. I just need to follow my passion. So the advice he gave me was only happened to be okay about the shirt, but I think it's sketchy, and I just didn't. And plus, that's enough. Um, anything else about that? I said it's enough. I think. Um, anyway, no, okay. Now the next state of my channel is I had a ban on one of my videos for copyright, which is crazy in a figurative way, because it was just a jam on my 7-string guitar in my hippie room. So how could that be copyright? Um, and it was apparently done by my sister Cindy Wiseman, and maybe even connected to Pudge, because it was Pudge that Knob Gobbler that had the video that supposedly I took from Pudge. Well, if anything, the verse is probably true. I know I didn't take it from anybody, but then there was that drama, and um, Cindy had threatened me and stuff, and I'm gonna she's gonna talk about all my past and blah blah blah, but she has a past too, and so whatever. I don't do threats really. If someone threatens me, I either dismiss it, or I do that myself, therefore limiting the need for their threat. If someone says, I'm gonna, someone says I'm gonna take your money, I might just give it to them, or give it to somebody else, or just or whatever. Then okay, well, there goes my money. But I don't know. So I kind of called her on it, but then I kind of said too much about her that I didn't really mean to say. I'm not a mean person, and I didn't mean to throw her under the bus a little bit. And then I later thought, not only did if it was it, well, I not only thought that oh my gosh, but I also thought that might not even be Cindy. That came to me. I think that might not even be Cindy. And then I felt horribly sorry, and I apologized, and I meant it. If that wasn't even Cindy, oh, I'm sorry. But then I thought, then I thought, well, then Pudge is, it must be Pudge, or probably might be Pudge, and he's really really off the deep end or something. I don't know who does that. Who says uh, makes up on your sister? Oh, anyway, whatever. But I forgave him. I don't do grudges, and I gave that out to the world. I forgive him, but okay, I forgive him. Yeah, I mean, I don't do grudges, and so I'm cool. And then it comes all the way full circle, where somebody, Cindy and or Pudge, says, we were just joking with you, Jimmy. We like to pull your chain. Isn't that funny? In fact, Pudge is wealthy. He's got music connections, and one of my haters, Biz, owns half of Chicago, and that's yanking my chain too. LOL. But why not? Why not go with that? And I should figuratively check my ego, or my even self respect at the door, and just take the hate, and now they're going to make me great. But first of all, I have to do me, and it doesn't feel right to just cancel my self respect. I don't know, whatever. I'm just not that. I just don't easily do that. And then second of all, even if I did, I would owe my success to them, because they're the ones paying the when people give you something, and it's not always true, but it seems to be a part of the deal that you owe them, whether it's not, maybe not that exact thing back, but you owe them because they did that for you. And I don't want to owe a bunch of things to a lot of people, and just because on their dime I'm living the high life, and then what do I owe them? It may not be the dime back, but it's something, there's that. So I just figured, do me. And um, and then the band was dropped on the video, and Cindy, um, if it's Cindy, or if it's Pudge, or um, how do I say this? I didn't start it. First of all, I didn't. The original band and the threat came from Cindy slash Pudge, and I was just reacting. Maybe I didn't react right, but I didn't, but I didn't start the thing, and I mean well at the end. I don't mean to like cause hurt. And then um, I just feel I just feel like maybe it was the shirt off tonight. I just felt like I was free, kinda. I just felt good, and I went into the hippie room, and I think that the way I sometimes measure how good I did a piece is without even trying how close I come to the exact time of the piece. And it seems to be sometimes that's a mark. And I did a third take of Altitudes by Jason Becker, which really grows on me. It was only the second take I did because I messed the first one up, and I came Um, Jason Becker's take is 5 minutes and 27 seconds, and my take was 5 minutes and 26 seconds. So I'm 1 second away, which felt really good. And then I did Spanish Caravan, which I once again want to say that's for summer. And thank you for requesting that because I did another take of that. And I wasn't as close on that one. Um, the Doors' version is 2 minutes and 56 seconds, and mine is 2 minutes and 48 seconds. But if you listen back to the playback, a lot of the song is actually over by 2 minutes and 53 seconds, maybe even 52, but I'll go with 53. So really, I'm only 5 seconds off, and the rest was just trail off that I don't do because I hit the button. I'm very close, and I and I like that feeling I nailed the tune kind of. And then I'm doing my originals, and I think I'm becoming I think I'm music is growing on me. I'm becoming a better musician in many ways. Sometimes it's theoretical, sometimes it's technical, sometimes it's just the ear, sometimes it's creativity, maybe sometimes it's execution, sometimes it's timing. All the little knickknacks of music I'm just kind of working on and maybe making progress in, and plus I'm enjoying it. I just watched Eric Johnson. I love that's my favorite DVD is the Eric Johnson live in Anaheim, 2006, and he actually does an interview as one of the special features, and I love that interview because he's like, dude, I've been sawing BBs all my life, and I realized you got to get back to the fun. You got to enjoy the process, not just love the end result. And I'm starting to dig that myself. I if the end result is just get a billion followers, then what do you do when you get that? And did you really enjoy the process anyway of even getting that? So and Eric Johnson's a great example as anybody of someone that really has made it, not just made it, but he's like a total legend. And he's even talking about getting back to the process, the enjoyment, the vibe of it, the listening with a set of ears that the listener listens to, not just the musician's set of ears, which is another thing I'm starting to work on. Like, do I really want to hear it like a musician would hear it, or do I want to really hear it like the audience might hear it, and then use that set of ears to gauge how I think I'm doing and how I sound, rather than the musician's set of ears, because I'm just quoting him basically. There's a danger when you're a musician of using the set of ears that's not as relevant to the listener as the set of ears the listener is listening to. I think so. Get back to the garden, he says. Like David Crosby. We've got to get back to the garden. Joni Mitchell's Garden. I don't know that one as well, but I don't even really know the David Crosby one that well. But I heard it a couple times, and I'm just and when you do the process, when you do the enjoyment, then if you don't hit a billion followers, you still have gained. You haven't. It's not a total loss. To me, if you throw all your chips in on just being famous and rich, then if that tanks, what have you got? You've got a bunch of chips you wasted. You've got your time and energy you wasted. You've got a failure on your head. But rather than look at it like that, why not just go for the enjoyment of it and your own spiritual or musical feeling and progress inside yourself, and then let that express itself in followers or success if it comes. And if it doesn't, then first of all, you can always try some more, and second of all, at least you enjoyed the process. You were you, and you were true to your passion, and that can't be taken away or even given by addition or subtraction of followers, money, or fame. So as much as and then one more thing about the channel, I'm glad I got. So Cindy also said, or Cindy slash Pudge, also said that that along with the fact that they just yanked my chain just to see how I'll react and for fun because it gives them kicks for some reason. They also said that it's actually good for my channel because the haters at least are commenting and giving my channel traffic, and so why block the haters? And so in respect and response, which both start with the same three letters, RES. I alluded Cindy slash Pudge to this. I noted it. I took all the haters except a few. There's a few that I really did want to stay blocked. One of them might be Andrew. I can't remember his name. Whatever. but the ones that are mainstream haters that I have, I just unblocked them. I mean, okay, Cindy, let's show I can listen to, and I'm an open-minded person, and maybe you're right, and maybe she's right. So I unblocked Biz, I unblocked Pudge, which is making fun of Jimmy's Trailer Park YouTube business. I don't know, but I unblocked him or unhid him, and I don't see. The thing is, in math, there's linear processes and there's periodic processes. There's processes that are repetitious, like cyclical. Then there's linear things that just go in a line. Well, what if knowledge is cyclical, periodic rather than linear? What if you don't learn more and more and more and more and more and more? What if you learn to come back to the beginning and you still don't know it again, so you try learning again? It's like a cycle. Maybe I'm learning to take the hate. Maybe I'm learning that I don't know all about everything. Maybe that's part of learning, is to go back to the beginning, because Spock on Star Trek said science starts with the statement "I don't know." He kind of said it just, science starts with "I don't know." Well, if it starts with "I don't know," and let's say it's cyclical or periodic, but if it what if it comes back around to "I don't know" again, and you start a new cycle. So I call this a new cycle. I don't know. Maybe the haters have a point. Maybe they're helping me. Maybe I'm the one that's limiting the process by blocking the haters. Oh well, I don't want to do that. That's not my intention, and nor do I want to do that. So all the haters I could remember and search, because sometimes I can remember, but I couldn't find it, and for some reason I don't know how to go to all my quota of blocked people. I have to think of it one by one and visit their channel and unhide them. That's what they call unhide them. I did that with honestly, I did, except for a couple of the worst haters of all. I unhid every hater that I could think of and could find. So peace, love, and rock and roll has to mean something. It can't just be words that are fun to say or sound good. I mean peace. So, and I don't do grudges, and even haters. How do you know that's not part of the soup? How do you know that's not part of the process? How do you know that's not part of the beauty of it? How do you know it's even? So I mean this. I unblocked everybody I could think of and could find. And I did. I had to think a little more. Others I unblocked. Doesn't matter. Can I just let it go? Who else did I unblock? I don't. I'm trying to think here. Anyway, I unblocked like 4 or 5 haters. I had an anti blocking party, and then I actually, just to show that I mean what I'm saying even more, I went back to the video that I'd said I was blocking people, which got almost 1,000 views and almost 20 likes, and then I just deleted it. So if I'm gonna unblock people, I don't need the video on there saying that I blocked them at any given time. So I just deleted that video. Um, it's not current information. It's misleading information, since I'm not doing that now, and I just deleted it. So now I'm making this one. A state of my channel video. I'm sorry if that may sound stupid or boring or dumb. Dumb is stupid, but maybe it helps me think to do this. Maybe every week or so I should just sit down with you guys like this and just do not give you anything content wise, but just process. I mean, even the, I'm not saying I'm this, but even the leaders and people give a state of the state where they're not really changing anything. They're just saying how things are going. Maybe I should do a state of my channel once in a while. I love you guys. Peace, love, and all.